Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Lost World Jurassic Park Peter Ludlow. Really quick, before I get into this video, I just want to say that I'm actually missing some of the accessories. When I bought this, I only bought the human and the little raptor he comes with, just to make it like, just to make things cheaper, because I did buy something else with this that was a little more pricey, and like both added up to like something pretty high, so I just decided to just buy these two. However, one of the accessories are kind of vital to, this figure's gimmick, so I'm a little annoyed about that, but you know what, at the end of the day, I guess I don't really care as much, so yeah, yeah. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's just get into this. Before we take a look at Peter himself, we'll take a look at the little raptor he comes with. And the painting on this little raptor is not the best, honestly. It's just like, like a whitish, yellowish color. The JP mark here is on the side, JP side B, though it's kind of scuffed up. And of course the back side is painted red. And the thing I find kind of funny is that the painting on this figure is actually kind of similar to the Deinonychus in Jurassic World Evolution. I don't know if that's just a coincidence, or everyone at Frontier, or not everyone, but the people at Frontier were taking some liberties when designing some of their animals. I don't know, but at the same time, either way, I still think it's kind of cool. So, yeah. Painting's alright. No articulation. The sculpting isn't terrible. When I saw this thing online, I thought it looked atrocious, and I wanted nothing to do with it. But seeing it in person, it's not the worst thing in the world. It does look somewhat alright. Again, it's not the best Raptor by Kenner by far, but it's not terrible either. So, yeah. The detailing, again, is pretty alright. We do have some scaling in the face right here. Sorry about the lighting. My camera is kind of weird right now. Actually, that's really quick. Sometimes my camera kind of like fades like colors. Like sometimes it'll be like a white light, but then like it'll be a yellow light sometimes, like now. I don't really get that. It's something to do with like the camera and like, the colors on screen, or not on screen, but like the colors I'm trying to record, and complicated technical stuff. So yeah, so I do apologize for that, but yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there. But anyway, continuing on, the creasing, the scaling, everything here looks pretty decent. Some nice musculature in the legs right here, and even the feet here, nice detailing. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this little raptor. Nothing special, just a little raptor. I think the one that came with Robert Muldoon in the Jurassic Park Series 2 toy line looked much better than this, but I digress. So, yeah. Anyway, that is it for the raptor. Now for Peter Ludlow himself. And actually, hold on, just watch. It's kind of yellow right now, but the more I talk, it kind of slowly turns into like a whiter color. It's doing it right now. Like, it's weird. I don't know why, like, why my camera does that, but yeah, my camera does that, and I know some people do kind of question it, so I do apologize for that, but that's nothing I can help, unless there is some way I can, do to fix that, but, as of right now, I guess there's nothing, unless there's something I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, Peter himself. First we'll take a look at the painting, and the painting on this figure is pretty good. As we can see, his hair is painted black, which, it's funny, Peter didn't have hair in the movie, he was bald, and neither did he have sunglasses. Actually, he might have. I'm probably misremembering. He probably just had regular, like, seeing glasses, but I'm not sure if he wore sunglasses. Again, I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but yeah. Anyway, he has a sort of, well, his belt is green, but, like, I don't know, like, this, like, strap is, but that's painted black. More straps on his, like, arm right here, painted brown. And it's weird. He has, like, a bracelet here, but, like, it's not painted, so it just looks like he has, like, a weird, like, misshapen hand, or yeah, that looks kind of weird, but he doesn't have it on this hand, so it just looks like he has, like, one really messed up hand. So, yeah. Of course, we have InGen right here, which I actually think that looks nice, even though mine is kind of scuffed up. I do think that this does look nice. But anyway, most of, like, his clothing, like, his shirt here and his pants is like this, kind of like a grayish, almost like greenish color, kind of, which looks alright. And of course his boots are painted green. And that's pretty much it for the painting on this figure. And the painting on this figure is not terrible. It is scuffed up, mainly because I bought mine used, and I bought it for a little cheaper than what you'd normally buy for it. So don't do what I did and do that, but we'll talk about prices later on. But painting on this figure, for the most part, I mean, the arm here is kind of like, you know, not the best in terms of paint, but like, you know, everything else in terms of paint looks pretty good. So the painting on Peter here, I'd say gets a pass. The painting does look good. So yeah. Anyway, now we'll take a look at the articulation, and this is where the accessories come in, and I'm a little upset about this. So basically, well, first of all, his arms can move forward this much and backwards this much, and same with the leg here. And the head can twist, well, not 360, but it can move. Now, the gimmick with this figure, basically what you want to do is you want to, like, bring the arm out like so, and then you just want to squeeze the leg, and he does, like, this little, like, movement with his arm, which you need, like, this is so, like, he could, like, walk through the jungle and, like, cut, like, you know, like, plants with his machete, because this figure does come with a machete, and I didn't think that'd be vital, but after looking at the gimmick, it kind of is, and I'm a little upset that I didn't get the whole set, but, you know, I might find it one day at a garage sale one day, or, you know, flea market, whatever. So if I ever do, then maybe, but as of right now, I think I'd be content with not having the machete because, well, you know, I'm just going to sit him on a shelf. That, and he didn't really do anything like that in the movie. He was more of like this, like, kind of like, I want to say, like, almost like, kind of like geeky, shy little, like, business person, not really like an adventurer like Roland Tembo or anything like that, so, yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the articulation. The articulation, pretty basic for a human figure in the Jurassic Park or the Lost World toy line, but, you know, it's still not bad. It's what you'd expect, and of course the gimmick also is kind of cool. It'd be a little cool if I had the machete, but I don't, so once again, I do apologize for that, so yeah. Anyway, the articulation on Roland Tembo, I wish. The articulation on Peter Ludlow, I'd say gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the sculpt, and the sculpting on this figure, it's not bad looking, but just, who is this? This is not Peter Ludlow. This looks nothing like the actor. This looks nothing, no. This guy looks like he works out, he, like, you know, he looks like an adventurer. Peter Ludlow in The Lost World was not an adventurer at all, so yeah, this looks nothing like Peter at all. And he even has hair. I mentioned this briefly earlier, but Peter Ludlow in Jurassic Park, in The Lost World, he was a bald man. He did not have this, you know, this friar tuck going on. So, yeah, this looks nothing like Peter at all. It does look like a nice figure, but I don't think it looks anything like Peter whatsoever. So, yeah. Despite this looking nothing like Peter, or, you know, nothing like Peter at all, it looks nice as a figure, so I'm willing to accept that. It's not like with other figures where, you know, it looks bad, you know, like, looks nothing like the movie, but it's just, like, a bad figure overall. Like, no, this looks nothing like Peter, but at the same time, it's still a good figure overall in terms of, like, sculpting. It looks good, and, you know, everything about it is good. So, yeah, the sculpting, not accurate, but I'd say it gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing on Peter is pretty good. So the detailing in his hair looks pretty good. All of the bits of hair looks very nicely defined. And his face, all of the musculature in his face looks very good as well. Again, like, this is more for the sculpt, but I don't know why, but that kind of reminds me of, a character from Ghostbusters. I could be wrong. I forget his name. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie, but, like, he was, like, blonde. Like, again, I'm probably, like, I probably look like the biggest idiot right now, but, again, it's been a while since I've seen that movie. I'll get over this, I'm sorry, but, yeah, all the, pockets and whatnot on his, you know, shirt looks nice, and all the pockets on the straps and all that, very nicely defined. And yeah, all the creasing all the folds and whatnot, everything here very nicely defined. And going to his boots here, all the detailing in his boots look very nice as well. So, yeah. And that's pretty much it for Peter... Whoops. Sorry about that. That is it for Peter Ludlow. So, yeah. The detailing looks nice. It gets a pass. So, at the end of the day, should you get this? Honestly, I'd say yes. It's not a bad figure. It's, a pretty solid figure, but if you want a figure that looks a lot like Peter Ludlow, then honestly, this figure wouldn't be for you because this looks nothing like Peter Ludlow at all. So, yeah, if you want, like, a human figure to go along with your Jurassic Park or, your Lost World figures, then honestly, this figure, I feel like, would do a very good job with that. But, yeah. In terms of prices, for the whole set, I'm thinking you pay for about something like $30, which isn't the worst thing ever, though it's definitely not the cheapest compared to other human figures by Kenner. If you do want it loose, just with no accessories, I've seen it for like $13, $17, not bad at all. So, yeah. Honestly, if you do get this figure, I'd say get it with the machete, even though in the movie, he was not a man who would ever hold a machete. Mainly for the gimmick, I feel like it would work, but yeah. Overall, it's a solid figure. Not a great figure, but still a pretty solid figure overall. So, yeah. If you can find him for a good price, then definitely get him. This is a figure that's like a little over 20 years old, so yeah, definitely go for it if you can. And it's a lot better than a lot of the human figures by Mattel, but I'll stop right there. Anyway, if you want to know how big he is, here he is next to Dr. Billy Grant. And because people want more size comparisons, here is Peter Ludlow next to some hand sanitizer. Stay safe, don't do anything dirty. So, yeah. Stay clean. Alright, now that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zack out.